Welcome, everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we
are. MR Love, let's see something.
We go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Play fake. Here's Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game,
well,
we'll go back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field. put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early on.
Play action this time with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's complete to his tight end Waller. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Wow.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game? Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Darren Waller, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here we go. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On play action. Love to throw. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what always happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Pulls it in at the 13, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
26.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Rodgers to throw for it on 4. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Giants 24.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Love. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Hey, check 26.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Inside.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here we go, back.
Play action this time with Love. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now Rodgers. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Love looking to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants,